Welcome to the Lectric Service Center. Today, we'll be showing you how to remove and replace the controller on your Lectric XPedition 1.0. Before we begin, there are a few tools you'll need to make sure you have ready to go. You'll need a 4mm hex wrench, flush cutters, and zip ties. It will also help to have the bike on a bike stand for this replacement. It will make the process a bit easier. First, make sure to remove the battery from your Lectric XPedition. This will ensure that there's no current running through the bike as you are working on it. Also, if you are able, we recommend flipping the bike up on the bike stand so you have easier access to the controller that is located on the underside of the XPedition. There are a number of cables from the bike that connect to the controller. In order to remove the controller, cut the 4 zip ties holding the cables together down the non-drive side of the bike. Be careful not to nick the cables as you are snipping the zip ties. Now you'll need to start unplugging the cables that are connected to the controller. Towards the rear of the bike, you will be unplugging the motor cable and the rear light quick plug. There are more cables connected to the top of the controller, but they will be easier to disconnect once the controller has been removed from the frame of the XPedition. Use a 4mm hex wrench to unscrew the 2 bolts on either side of the controller to remove it from the frame. Once the controller has been removed from the frame of the bike, you will easily be able to fish the plugs from the inside of the frame. Unplug the 3 cables that are connected to the controller. Let's go ahead and install the new controller. First, you'll need to re-plug in the cables. A note: the order in which you re-plug in the cables does not matter. When plugging these in, make sure to line up the arrows on both sides of the plug, then push the plugs straight together. This is the battery isolator. This is the wiring harness. And this is the cadence sensor. Now, under the controller, this is the motor cable. And finally, this is the rear light cable. Now, using a 4mm hex wrench, screw in the 2 mounting bolts to secure the controller to the frame of the XPedition. Now that the controller is mounted to the frame of the bike, you will want to tidy up some of the cables coming out of the front of the controller. To do this, simply push the cables into the frame of the bike, roughly until the plugs are fully inserted into the frame of the bike. Next, re-zip tie the brake hose and the battery isolator cable to their designated cable guides. Make sure to do this to the side and below the controller. Then snip the excess from the zip ties. To further tidy up the cables, zip tie all the cables coming directly out of the frame of the bike. Then snip the excess from the zip tie. Your controller is now replaced. The final step will be to reinstall the battery, turn the bike on, and make sure it runs correctly. If you have any questions about this process, please contact our customer support team at contact@lectricebikes.com or give us a call at 602-715-0907. Thanks for watching.